Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to watch this short clip, but pay very close attention to Rigathi Gachagua and Johnson Sakaja, the Nairobi governor. Let me know what you observed. Now, I want now to address those who studied literature, because Rigathi Gachagua is actually a student of literature. That's what he did at the university. Let me know what Rigathi Gachagua is actually trying to say in this other short clip.
The President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, I've chosen to speak from here because there has been serious breach of protocol. The state podium is reserved for the head of state, but I want to exonerate all those who have spoken there because it is the president himself who invited them to speak from there and breached protocol. And as a man who was in uniform, I politely declined the invitation by the president to break protocol, and I will speak from here. And you know, those of us who work around the president, we have a very difficult task of overseeing the transformation of a hustler into a president. That is why the president is breaching protocol, because much as a hustler nation propelled one of them to State House, it is very difficult to get the hustler out of him. And that is why he is quite comfortable to get everybody to use the state.
Who was Rigathi Gachagua trying to address in that particular short clip? Was Rigathi Gachagua addressing William Ruto, his boss? Was he addressing Musalia Mudavadi? Or was he addressing Johnson Sakaja? Because this is what happened. William Ruto had an event somewhere in Nairobi. And I don't know at what point he broke the protocol, because my expectation was that it was supposed to be the Nairobi governor, or maybe the ministers, blah, blah, then Nairobi governor inviting the deputy president, then the deputy president inviting the president. But that did not happen. It was the president who spoke, then handed over his podium to Johnson Sakaja, and he told Sakaja to continue with the remainder of the program. And that did not sit well with Rigathi Gachagua. And that's why he spoke about the issue of protocol. But because in this channel I've always opined that in politics nothing happens out of mere coincidence, that everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective, I want us to look at the objectives which William Ruto really wanted to achieve by handing over the mic to Johnson Sakaja and not to Rigathi Gachagua, and probably why Rigathi Gachagua is actually very angry and very bitter and hard to address. Because the first question I asked you, who was Rigathi Gachagua trying to address? For me, Rigathi Gachagua was generally addressing William Ruto. He was expressing his bitterness. But before we get into all those details, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button, so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. What we do on this channel is that we analyze politics in a way you can't find any other place. So the best thing is to subscribe so that you don't miss anything. I'm giving you a few seconds just to press the subscribe button, because I've realized most of you guys are watching, but you've not yet subscribed. Now let us get back to the main issue. What was William Ruto's objective of handing over the microphone or the podium to Johnson Sakaja and not his deputy? The truth of the matter is that there is a serious fallout in Kenya Kwanza, and probably I think Ruto wanted to show his confidence in Johnson Sakaja. And of course, he also wanted to address the Luhya nation by telling them that I have your sons in my heart. But let us not focus on that. I want us to focus on why Rigathi Gachagua addressed the president in the manner he addressed the president, and why probably Rigathi Gachagua and Sakaja snubbed each other. Why do you think Sakaja and Rigathi Gachagua snubbed each other? Because even if you go to their Facebook pages, I've gone to Johnson Sakaja's page, the photos you see there, you see the Sakaja prominently with Ruto. Then, utatafuta tu ile ya Rigathi Gachagua where there's nothing he could do. Previously, you would have seen Sakaja shaking the hands of Rigathi Gachagua, that photo being shared. You would have seen even on the Facebook page of Rigathi Gachagua sharing those moments. This time, that was not the case. Why do you think that happened? Number one, I think it's about Nairobi politics. I think if William Ruto is not careful, based on the activities of Azimio or ODM, they might lose Nairobi. I'm saying this because, for UDA to win in Nairobi, the strategy is to have Mount Kenya speaking in one voice. Then you get a few here, there. Mike Sonko won because he had the Kikuyu votes, and Mike Sonko had the youthful votes, but of course, plus the Kamba vote. That's why Sonko defeated Kidero. For Sakaja, he won because he had the Kikuyu votes, which was split between Rigathi and him. Then he had the solid Luhya votes. Lawyers were not very happy with the way Tim Wanyonyi was mistreated, and of course, even ODM, majority of them felt that Tim Wanyonyi deserved the seat. Now, if Ruto is not careful, and Rigathi Gachagua understands this, he can end the party for Sakaja. He will simply bankroll another Kikuyu candidate to run either as a dependent candidate. If he can get 100,000 votes, Sakaja doomed. And of course, on the other side, we are likely to have Tim Wanyonyi as a gubernatorial candidate on ODM ticket. Will chew majority of the Luhya votes. So I think it's about Nairobi politics. Number two, if you ask me, Rigathi Gachagua was keen on sending a coded message to William Ruto that he is not happy. And that's why he spoke about that protocol in the manner he spoke about it. Because it's not the first time protocols are being broken, especially Ruto. Ruto ni mtu wa kipindiri. It's not the first time. We've seen Ruto even inviting, in a rally, someone from nowhere coming to his vehicle and selling him mahindi. Things that don't really happen to a president. He's been breaking all those protocols. We've seen William Ruto inviting other people to even speak. Even Uhuru Kenyatta used to break protocols for Raila Odinga, even at national events, but we never saw or had even Ruto complain. Now Rigathi Gachagua was complaining bitterly. Why? Because he wanted to tell Ruto that game you are trying to play, I'm watching. Remember, you need to remember something. When you go to UDA party, the Secretary General ni mtu wa Musalia Mudavadi. You come to Nairobi, it was handed over to Sakaja, who is presumed to be mtu wa Musalia Mudavadi. And now you come to Nairobi, then you invite Sakaja to complete the remainder of the program. For me, I really don't think that was a bad idea or it was ill-intentioned, but Rigathi Gachagua has taken it the way he has taken it. Number three, in my view, it's about 2027 or 2032 politics. Who will Ruto endorse to succeed him? Is that person going to be Musalia Mudavadi, or is that person going to be Rigathi Gachagua? And if that person is Musalia Mudavadi, why is Ruto showing signs early enough? That is the question which Rigathi Gachagua is actually asking himself. Because he saw, Rigathi Gachagua was there, he saw how Uhuru managed Ruto, treated Ruto, or mistreated Ruto for that matter. By the time he realized, it was late, but Ruto alijipanga mapema. So in my view, I think Ruto has some soft spots for Musalia Mudavadi. And Ruto, and I once opined here, is keen on ending the Kikuyu Kalenjin dominance of the presidency. He stopped the dynasties. He's again planning to stop that dominance. The Rigathi Gachagua is not just there waiting for that to happen. He knows that Ruto has plans for Musalia Mudavadi. He has to remind Ruto using literature. And that's why wale walimwa literature, huyu alimaanisha nini? Maneno ni matatu. Kindly show us the 3 manenos. And lastly, if you ask me, just like the previous video I did, there is a clear fallout in Kenya Kwanza. Everybody is fighting in Kenya Kwanza. Alice Wahome fighting with the PS. Moses Kuria fighting with Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua not seeing eye to eye with the Nairobi governor. Fallout. And that's why the upcoming UDA elections is going to be a matter of life and death for some politicians like Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua is going to use it to frustrate Mudavadi. Ruto is going to use it to stamp his authority. So we are likely to even see combat. Ruto versus Rigathi Gachagua. I'm not a prophet of doom. Those are possibilities. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.